What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to watch from new Rockstars, She-Hulk, Episode 5, Easter Eggs and Breakdown from Jessica Clemens. We are Jessica Clemens.
We stand Jessica Clemens.
We are all Jessica Clemens.
I am Jessica Clemens. I am Jessica Clemens.
I am Jessica Clemens. The authority doesn't know who to strike down.
We can't strike them all.
We're Jessica Clemens. Anyway, John, how are you?
I am Jessica Clemens, my friend. How are you?
I am Jessica Clemens. All right, guys, leave a like. Go ahead, subscribe, click the notification bell. And yeah, we didn't do last week's. I'm just realizing D23 was happening. There's a lot coming out. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemens, here to break down episode 5 of She-Hulk for you. The episode, we got a better look at Titania and all her vapid influence or glory, more insight into the real designer behind the superhero looks, and some fun, non-stop Easter eggs. We open to a song called Higher, written by Mark Campbell. We get the famous pass-by effect, this time on a pink screen that says She-Hulk by Titania. Titania has a new luxury skincare, beauty, and wellness product line named She-Hulk. We get this strong female-driven campaign, montage of Titania wearing this $600 dress. We know she's fashionable. Our girl is currently at New York Fashion Week. I love the PR She-Hulk and Jamila Jamil are doing. This is also just giving a Dove commercial. Literally all beauty commercials ever made. As Jen drives her Prius through West Hollywood,
I just want to say, it's really easy to overlook something like that, but that is a wonderful emulation of what those commercials are actually like.
I was just thinking that. I was like, that must have taken so much work to capture the exact like aesthetic and everything about that.
And also the street that they cut to where Jennifer Walters is driving down when she sees the billboard. I hate driving down that road. It's always so busy, and it's never this smooth the way how the show is making it look.
Nah.
Nope, that is not reality.
Nope, not at this time of day.
as Jen drives her Prius through West Hollywood, peep the Chateau Marmont Hotel sign, we see the giant billboard for Titania's pop-up at the Grove, which is a giant shopping center in Los Angeles. It's super packed. Celebs have been spotted there, I guess, from time to time. I guess that's the hype. I don't really like it. The promo code stresses
Thank you.
50% off. Titania is
Farmer's
very
market
petty
is nice.
and very much me. Jen is listening to Pro Se, Law 360's podcast, which is a real weekly podcast on Law 360. Law 360 is the overarching umbrella that covers legal news, giving quick coverage on issues that affect attorneys, business leaders, and regulators. Titania fans are also confirmed called Titaniacs by Titania on the radio. Ched comes barreling through Jen's apartment.
Love it.
Jen, lock your damn door. This is happening so much. I'm sure towards the end of the season, we'll get someone clearly not good stroll in.
I do find that funny, considering how this show is often addressing the dangers of what it's like to be a woman and how she never locks her door in Los Angeles.
It's the one sitcom trope that usurps her perspective as a character.
After Ched mansplains trademarking law to Jen, but in reality, who's really the smart one now, She-Hulk? You couldn't even trademark it, but Ched knows. He always knows. We get our title screen. This time it's pink, my favorite color, and with a little feminine glow lens flare that was once the color green, but now is pink. By Titania is in cursive at the bottom instead of its normal attorney at law. The voiceover says, She-Hulk by Titania. Thank you. Sounding exactly like Kim Kardashian, just like me. I'm sure it's the added influencer Valley Girl vibe. Overall, it's looking like a Titania episode, so let's just get really into it. We're at Titania She-Hulk pop-up at the Sunset Arts District. I don't think there's a Sunset's Arts District, but there's an actual arts district in downtown LA. Also, how do I get that Titania cardboard cut out? Please, someone at Marvel at me and give it to me. When Jen noticed the snake venom lip
Start a
plumper,
petition.
she says,
Snake venom lip plumper.
Venom.
She's literally selling snake oil.
which is a saying in reference to all those miracle elixirs or those fraudulent marketing schemes people make. This place is wild. On the wall, we see TVs featuring Titania dressed in her sunburst crown and space like a beautiful space goddess. And I hate to be that person, but I agree with Nikki Jen. These are all different products. Beauty serum for your face for aging. Beauty oils usually soften the skin, keep the moisture in. And beauty tonic is like high in vitamin C, usually good for plumping. I just use a ton of different products.
Is that why your skin looks so good?
Either way, we get a look at Nikki's desk, which is very Nikki Ramos. Her plaque, cute office supplies, the Titania lip gloss sample she got earlier, along with this cute mini stack of donut keychains and dumpster fire toy created and sold by the
I want one. I've always wanted one.
100% soft. It also comes with a nightlight one. I've gifted these before, so I'm really happy to see this like little call.
Oh, that's neat.
Puck enters this episode needing Nikki to stand in line with him for those damn fine Iron Man 3s we saw in earlier episodes time and time again. Like every sneakerhead Chad knows you need one to rock and one to stock, baby.
I do appreciate that because that is an Easter egg that a lot of people caught in a previous episode. That's actually carrying over into an actual plot point.
Yeah.
Following episode. I think I don't know, there's something kind of neat about that because it could just been a throwaway Easter egg like a lot of Easter eggs.
Well, yeah, it's like it makes the world feel a bit more tangible in a way you wouldn't ever expect because it's such a small detail, but in a way, it's ground level. It's for us.
It's world building.
His guy is known as Alonso, the drip broker. Now, I've been told the term drip broker exists, but I refuse to use it ever again after today. It's just too silly for me. Either way, a fashion broker is someone that acts as an intermediary between a fashion brand and a manufacturer. So in this case, the brand being She-Hulk, the manufacturer being Luke Jacobson. Alonso could easily be some random dude, but just how fun would it be if it was Zemo? The man loves fashion, and he had an infomercial on Marvel Studios Assembled about fashion called Suitcovia. Or it could be 100% soft, like they said on Twitter.
That's why Zemo's not in the Thunderbolts.
That's right. He's starting a fashion line, and there's going to be a whole show about that.
Cafe Bobe, I might pronounce that wrong, and I'm so sorry. The front for the superhero clothing business. We've got another QR code that takes you to the She-Hulk Marvel comic page, the She-Hulk issue number 10, for free. And in a messed up way, we learn Nikki can speak Chinese, or at least say we're not cops in it. Before we say that this is Jubilee from X-Men reference, it's also the name for restaurant items and some famous cleaning supplies. So settle down, Jubilee stands. Jessica Gao is
That was
man, and I love it.
intentional.
I'm very sure this is made by her husband at 100% soft. Y'all, check them out. They're all super cute. They have a collection with Marvel currently. Good to also
definitely
note
recognize the
everything here is
aesthetic.
slightly off. Avenger undies and cups that say Thur and Hulk. Hulk as Borat beach towel. Captain America shield
love
that
it.
resembles
I want
the shield
one.
from the 60s Avengers issue number 4. But note, it's not quite the one we're used to. The shirts that say Avengers and Avengers. We see the Avengers mug in the courtroom illustrations too. Let's notice what's off, shall we? Thor's shovel instead of a hammer, which is hilarious because they offer Thor's hammer. Not only does Hulk have a mustache, but the protruding nipples are a nice touch. Iron Man's colors are backwards, also the arrow on the chest. Hawkeye's has like a hawk foot bow, which I guess he could make, but it's not his signature. We've got this very cute Captain America, but he has an eagle on his hat, chest, and shield.
Looks like a
Closest we
football
ever got to
player.
That was the wings on the side of his helmet, and Black Widow has a red scorpion on her chest. Also, not to mention the arrow in Avengers is pointing the opposite direction it normally does in Avengers. This is secondhand
Way to get around
bootleg
copyright.
place, and I love it. Also, the team we never knew we needed is Pug and Nikki. I love them so much. Though I've talked a lot of crap about Mallory, I respect her professionalism. Where she's taking Titania and She-Hulk's case as a professional courtesy, I love this line.
Why didn't you trademark your own pseudonym?
And I mentioned it in episode 2 breakdown that Stan Lee had to trademark She-Hulk quick. They created She-Hulk from the success of The Incredible Hulk, the TV series, and with the Bionic Woman being so popular, it seemed like a good idea. Marvel was afraid that CBS would introduce a female version of Hulk, so they decided to publish their own version, so if any show made something similar, Marvel would own the rights.
That sounds like a more interesting courtroom drama scenario than what She-Hulk depicted.
That would be great for season 2, especially, you get even further into the fourth wall and the meta-ness. When they actually get to boys territory where they start making TV adaptations of the Marvel characters, I bet they could do that.
I know that, there are people who often disagree with us about the way the courtroom scenes are handled, that it's just supposed to be funny. That in our last episode reaction, that was one of the top comments, was people going back and forth about whether the courtroom drama scenes are good enough or not good enough. But I don't know, I hear like a description like that, I'm like, that sounds like a fascinating thing to explore, of having to trademark your own name and the fight for that. I feel like this show could have done a better job at making something just still funny, but also compelling simultaneously.
Kind of like Spider-Woman, it's just easier to trademark. But it got me thinking, yeah, what about Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hawkeye? Do they have to trademark their names? No, of course not, because they don't have petty people in their lives like Titania. But I'm also sure Iron Man probably did. Also, fun fact, did you know that the word superhero was trademarked by Marvel and DC Comics in the 60s? Allegedly, Marvel and DC
Oh
Comics
my
lawyers
God.
will leave you alone if you use it casually, and as long as it stays off the cover, you can use it in comics. What I'm just trying to say is,
What?
don't talk about
Whoa.
trademarks. And also,
What?
Marvel, please don't come at me for spreading this knowledge. Our judge for
Do an
today's
episode
She-Hulk
about
versus
that
Titania
ridiculous.
Courtroom Showdown
Jesus.
is Judge Early, played by Mary Kraft. Titania's lawyer is Robert Wallace, played by Darren Tunder. Also, I hate that if you're going to steal someone's name, Titania, don't make your product pink and green. That makes no sense. We see one clip where Jen refuses the name She-Hulk, and our second clip is from Bob DeCastro's interview in episode 3 of She-Hulk. We're now at Luke Jacobson's, and if you're like MT, you probably already already peeped the confused Eugene Delio? That's how MT says it, Padelio. Eugene is completely confused walking out, so it must be his first time there. I assume
Oh my
Dang.
God. That was
if that's
from.
so, he could potentially be picking up the suit for his father, the OG leapfrog in the comics, or for someone else. Eugene could steal the costume that was supposed to go somewhere else. The theories are endless here, but we got a good glimpse at MT's boy.
Oh, that is wild. That
Yeah.
we even slowed that scene down before doing our review, and we did not notice that at all.
I guess you got to know who that actor is, yeah.
Who should have noticed it is Coy.
Yeah, Coy.
Doesn't matter if we didn't notice it. It's Coy who should have
Good
noticed.
thing you're not here right
Why
now,
do you
Coy.
come here, Coy, if you don't notice the
Shame.
most minute
Shame.
things?
Shame.
We're also introduced to Luke Jacobson, played by the amazing Griffin Matthews. Luke Jacobson is a famous designer from Marvel Comics. He was an award-winning designer and fashion mogul, and he worked alongside Dakota North, appearing in Dakota North's comics in the 80s. And the first thing he does is scream, but not out of fear of She-Hulk, but at her ghastly outfit. Also, just want to note, we've seen Sun designers in the comics like Leo Zielinski, who tailored costumes for the X-Men, Avengers, Doom, and a ton of other folks. Then we've got folks like Spider-Man, who made his own original, then got an updated suit from Tony Stark, Thor, who was basically Asgardian armor, Melvin Potter and Daredevil, but this Luke is the real deal, an Edna Mode of the MCU, and I ain't seen
Oh,
a
yeah,
damn
good call.
cape yet.
It's a Disneyfied.
We can see clothes they're currently working on, including this nice striped sort of 16th century armor dress, but it's also giving slightly an Olympian fighter vibe. This looks similar to something someone like Athena or Sif would probably wear, just like a fighter or warrior type. The black feather one could be for someone with either exaggerated bird-like features like Beak or just spooky undertones like Sister Grimm. When we turn around, we see the black head mask piece with black horns. Could be for someone, it's a wild theory, like Lilith or Magic.
I'd be very surprised if these gods and demons are going to
Need
this
a
guy.
mortal human tailor. All right. If there's one thing no heaven or hell realm can provide, it is the drip.
I do everything. Street level, god level, doesn't matter
Cosmic,
who.
whatever you need. Quantum clothes, I got
I'm
you.
the go-to guy for everyone and everything, villains and heroes all around.
Next to it, we see a gold and green shiny fabric, which sort of reminds me of Jean Grey and Loki's, a straw dress, which is insane, and an armored suit with nipples like our favorite Batman. And before you guys come at me, that was a joke. Nipple Batman is not my favorite Batman. We see Mallory
He's one of the best.
Todd from Jen's last date, the one that was calling her a
Miracle
specimen, played by
workers.
John Bass. John Bass mentioned at D23, Todd is a billionaire playboy philanthropist douchebag who wants more than anything to feel like Tony Stark. He is used to getting whatever he wants, but he's a total creep who starts popping up everywhere. This reminds me of Kristoff in the 2014 She-Hulk run, who had a ton of money, was very much a bachelor playboy, but wanted asylum in the US from Latveria. He was Dr. Doom's son, and it's a very fun run. Maybe Todd won't be Kristoff, but give the same energy of demanding She-Hulk to be there for him, or just getting whatever he wants like a crybaby, like me. I think he's also drinking the really expensive Saratoga water, which is like $84 for like 3. I wish I lived that life.
Not gonna lie, I don't really care to see that much more of that guy.
Why? You're not charmed?
That was a lot of emphasis on this one character, and it sounds like that actor did a lot of homework to become this guy. I'm okay if we never see him again.
I like that actor, so I'm rooting for him, but also I can't exactly disagree. I'm not like, give me more of this guy, man.
I don't hate him, but I'm like, there's no need to. Do we really need to build this guy up? Pop it up everywhere. I mean, come on, we don't need to do all that.
When we take a look at Jen's dating profile, her About Me section says mean, green, and straight poured into these jeans, which is the great title of this episode. Also, Jen was looking to a sturdy back and reinforced king-size bed. Jen, oh my god, and all in front
love
of
that
the
look.
men who you met on the site. That is just... Oh, this is horrible. Also, each of their gestures already reflect the type of people and energy they give off. And I don't
That is a good detail.
So we're reintroduced to the 4
Great
dates we
shot.
saw in the last episode. Derek, the strong one, Noah, the director, Todd, who we've seen
Writer.
too much of, I just don't like him, and Arthur, the one she took home. Now, what Arthur says here about not wanting to date Jen, but wanting to date She-Hulk can easily be connected to the comics, but also just to being a human. In the comics, Jen was so attached to the spectacle that was She-Hulk, she never wanted to be Jen Walters because she wasn't fun or outgoing enough as Jen. This scene hurt me so much because Jen is Jen. She-Hulk is Jen. And I don't want her getting any warped idea that no one likes Jen, which is something we'll probably dive into more in the next coming episodes. It's basically like them just trying to coexist together as Jen and She-Hulk, like banners, but obviously like completely different. Titania says this
That is my favorite part of this
We've seen
episode.
the new footage. It indeed is not over. She-Hulk will punch her in the face soon. We still haven't got the answer as to why this whole beef even started, but we can bank on seeing Titania more. I don't think she'll be the big bad of the series, but a speed bump along the way. Oh, that's offensive to be referred to as a speed bump. In the comics, like I said earlier, Jen and Mallory don't get along. But I like the idea of even a weird, messy way she can become friends with Jen. Who needs girls versus girls beefing? They're two Class A lawyers. Let's not pit them against each other. C'est la vie. We're back at the Legalese bar, and on the TV, it's the same anchor from the second episode for KZYO. Jen breaks the fourth wall, talking this time for the first time this episode, when she reminds us, remembering she needs to check out her new clothes. She-Hulk arrives at Luke's to pick up her clothes. We can probably expect to see few fits from the trailers, like this dress that makes her ass look amazing, her She-Hulk suit, and the new fitted suit. There's probably a bunch of options now. And also, hold up, Tinsley, slow down. Our boy is making a new outfit for Daredevil. It's the gold helmet we've seen in the trailers. It will never be forgotten, and it's for pickup. This is why Charlie is in LA, picking up his new threads. Okay, now, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you do want D23 spoilers, Voss gives one away on Inside Marvel. They got an exclusive little teaser of She-Hulk with Daredevil there. I know some of y'all are watching this from afar. I don't want to make you sprint from your kitchen to mute me while I give you spoilers, so just click on over there and you'll get more insight into the shenanigans that ensue.
I actually don't know anything about what was revealed at D23 with that footage. I'm waiting for the show to tell me.
Absolutely.
But you just reminded me of a very important detail that I, for some reason, did not think about at all. Daredevil in Los Angeles.
Yeah. She said it and immediately it clicked and I was like, oh, that's right. Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
I'm so used. I didn't even think like he went there only to get his costume made. That's the only. He's got to be there for another reason.
He's got to be there for another reason.
Melvin couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, you let me down for the last time.
I needed the perfect fashion designer.
I have to go as far away from you as possible
because
Luke Jacobson is the only way.
His gear is so his suit is if it's just for aesthetic purposes for a blind guy to have to go. Like, I'm looking for a very specific look.
It is a
Los
comedy
Angeles.
take on Daredevil.
Yeah, he's become a little bit more materialistic.
Yeah, that's right. He's really enjoying that lawyer's salary.
We close the episode to Tove Strike. I know I pronounced that wrong, but the song is so good. It's called Say My Name, on the nose. We get some new courtroom illustrations. Ched hustling, selling She-Hulk merch, now signed by our She-Hulk. Holloway drinking the booty booster he saw in Santa Monica Boulevard.
I didn't even notice that.
Checking out his boosted awesome. Now this is pretty fun. Nikki and Pug are checking out what I assume is the Iron Man 3s. We see so many shoes on this wall, and I'm gonna try clicking on all of them, and we'll try figuring it out. Captain America, we got Deadpool, we got Black Panther, we got Cyclops, Vision. I think this is old school, like comic Vision, not our newer Vision. The Thing, Wolverine. I say this is Kate Bishop. You can say Hawkeye. I think it's fine. Frogman, Bishop from the X-Men.
That's so
Bishop.
cool.
Green Gobbles, aka the Green Goblin. Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Moon Knight. So people are saying here this could be Gambit because of the spade, but the colors match Jack of Hearts too well, and he has the connection to She-Hulk in the
good
comics.
call. Yeah.
Nice.
Falcon, Nova, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Dang.
We couldn't figure out who that was. Yeah, Juggernaut that's actually the perfect catch. Yeah.
I think the closest anyone got at the time was what, old school Hank Pym Ant-Man?
Yeah.
But yeah, Juggernaut, dang, I wouldn't even thought
Damn,
of it.
you're right.
Yeah.
That is totally Juggernaut. Oh, that's cool.
Dude. He's coming. He's going to bust through the wall like Titania, and then she's going to have to defend him.
Good call on also that not being Gambit. That was a great call.
Yeah.
I also think it's fun to have different opinions. So if you disagree, that's fine. That's the cool part about being different people. We can have differences.
I guess.
That's everything I spun in the 5th episode.
We
Of
are
She-Hulk.
Jessica Clemens.
We are
And
Jessica
there was no
Said we are
post-credits teaser. So it was a little bit short. And so was my little breakdown. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lulu_Clemens. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more breakdowns of everything you love. Thanks for watching. And remember, one's for rocking and one's for stocking, baby.
That's right.
Fantastic work again, Jessica Clemens.
Excellent.
Number 1.
Yeah, look out, Voss. No longer are you the king.
I was saying that we're number 2.
Oh, we're at least number 2.
Number 2, like Clemens. Number 3. I was keeping the bit going. There's no need to put down Eric Voss for no apparent
I'm
reason.
sorry.
He's a sensitive
That was not very
man.
Jessica Clemens of me.
Jessica Clemens would not do that.
I have
You are not a
failed.
real Jessica
I
Clemens.
will do
Take him to the extermination chambers.
Don't do it. I just want to be Jessica Clemens.
All right, guys. Well, if you're mad at John for talking shit on Eric Voss
That's
for
right,
some
man.
reason.
We got
I don't know,
beef.
no reason for that.
We got beef.
Leave your thoughts down below on that. And hey, we will see you all soon. Bye.